3 days passed, and he still can't believe he woke up in a novel that he wrote, something that only happens in webtoon world. He checks himself, and suddenly a window pop out, shows his name is Race. At main item talent magic combat, he realizes that he is a side character and will be executed by his own brother 9 years later. The first day, he woke up in a panic, terrifying his maid, leading her to beg him forgiveness. He did not understand what's going on and asking her, where is he? She smashed her head on the floor and apologized for not waking him in time. Raish in shock and asks if she is okay. She screams and passes out. The second day, while Raish is trying to understand what is happening, a boy named Hampton walks into his room to record his daily log. Daily log used to monitor the day of the successor of Renovant clan until they become 14. When Hampton spills the ink, Ray's body moves by its own and he wants to kick him like his body programmed to do that. The memory of Ray starts flooding in. When he was at age of 4, he beat up servants. At the age of 5, he learned about the secret truth behind his birth and made fun of his mother and spit in her face. His mother was his father's maid. When he turned 7, he harmed everyone he could find. At the age of 8.5, he beat up and injured Rosalind, a 6-year-old and the only daughter of Renovant Marshall clan. Due to that, Ray's and father had to apologize to Randall's patriarch. Ray's ended up getting semi-exiled. The author of the novel admits that Ray's is a real bastard. After he recollected most of his memories, he accepted his situation, that he is a side character and he will be executed after 9 years. He wants to survive, so he needs to change the future in any way possible. But even if he changes the future, he will still need to face the real main character of the novel. Ray's get himself together because he wrote the novel. He knows what will happen in the future. After accepting his new luxurious life, a window pop out. Say, Divine Eye has been activated. Ray's in shock because he knows this ability is the same ability that the main character has. He asks himself why he awakened that ability suddenly. An energy ring shows up. He can only see it with his divine eye. This circle is a mana ring that forms around the heart. It's a necessary part to use magic. Rayhan was stunned because even this one circle requires a lot of training and studying, and he was just a heartless, brutal spoiled bastard. The door knocks and another maid comes in. Her name is Era. Race looks at her information and is surprised to find out she is an assassin. Now he knows someone is watching him in close. He puts a fake smile and pretends to be normal, so she did not suspect him, and demands chocolates only to make her out so he can think clearly. When she gets out, she noticed something strangely different in Race, but she decided to patient and don't jump to any assumption. Inside the room, Race thinks he must take a part in the battle of succession because if he does not, he will be known as the trash of Median family. The problem is when the battle happens, he will be just 10 years old. Other than that, in this world, Race can eat anything he wants, travel all over the place, and live a free and luxurious life unlike before. All he needed is to secure his place around the middle, and he should be fine. Era come back and apologize for not finding the chocolates. Race tells her it's okay. She still apologizes. Race tells her to get the hell out of the room. Era started to get suspicious after hearing his response. A week later, Garrison and Heptam are going to training annex. Race set his goal to survive. First, he need to join the successor battle. Second, to join the battle, he needed to train very hard. Lastly, he must survive at any cost and become independent. The reason why he wants to go to the training annex is to test his divine eye and the first circle, magic, combat. Race take a look at Hampton information and find out his main attribute is poison. Race begin to question himself why all his assistants have a suspicion ability. After arriving at the training annex, they were greeted by the administrator of the Leaf Annex who called Noah. Noah hates Race because the last time he met Race, he slapped Noah because he greeted him with an 82-degree. Noah wants revenge, but he does not want to get blamed or anything. Race told Noah he wants to train, so what suitable monsters are there for him? They will find his chance to suggest to fight the mushroom monster. Normally, the mushroom monster are weak. Race goes to fight it, but he does not know that Noah messed up the mushroom monster. Race does not seem to care and focus on his energy and charges his fist and run toward it, destroying it in a single launch, leaving Noah speechless. After defeating the mushroom monster, Race unlocked a new ability and gained more power. Thought it was stunned because of the pure magic that comes from Race realizing the mushroom are so weak and he need to step up his game. Thought I decided to let go of his revenge and focus on getting information from Race and ability. Noah released a red mushroom which is more powerful and faster than the normal ones. The monster started to attack, but Race managed to dodge his attack. And before Race attacked, the monster attacked so fast, Race barely repels the attack. The mushroom attacked the third time, but Race deflected his attack and charged on it punch and winning the fight. Noah and Hampton can't believe their eyes. Noah asked Hampton if Race's 10th birthday has passed, to which Hampton answered it will happen next year. Thought I can't believe how Race is that strong, and he did not even pass his 10th birthday. After Race comes back and finding out the shock in their face, he pretend to pass out. To not make any scene, Hampton rushes to get help from a healing magician, but the healer knows he can't heal Reyes due to his lack of magic. Anyway, he pretends to heal him, and after that take him to a high rank magic and actually heal him. But suddenly, Reyes woke up like it was nothing. The healer surprised because he knew it was not his power that healed Reyes. Reyes did not know what to say, so he thanked the healer, leaving everyone in shock. After they went home, the maid finally found the chocolate and handed it to Reyes. While he was eating, he noticed that the chocolate is actually increasing his mana and power. Then he realized the reason he has a mana circle in his heart was because he was eating a lot of, and he is the only one who has such ability. Suddenly, his old brother Carlton walks in, making Reyes nervous. Carlton told Reyes to crawl like a bug. While getting ready to hit him, Reyes activated his ability to slow the time and change the path of the hit. Carlton became so angry and he started to use his magic and charge at Reyes, but Reyes appeared behind Carlton. And when Carlton turned back to face Reyes, he punched him in the stomach, leading Carlton to cough blood. Reyes calls Hampton to get a healer. He realizes he is so strong and can't control his power, but at least he is on the right track to change his future. Next day, Aaron and Hampton were talking about how Reyes suddenly changed and how much you will be strong when his 10th birthday comes. Reyes went to Starlight Library to learn more about mana manipulating. He walked inside the library and surprised about the number of books. Then a voice started to talk and then reveals to be the librarian of Starlight Library, Ivan, in the house. Hampton tries to convince Era that the young master changed and he was hiding his power for a reason. Era does not believe because how anyone can become that powerful that quickly without anyone noticing it. Back in the library, after Ivan introduced herself, Reyes starts to remember she is the highest ranking magician and she will participate in the Northern Sea War, murdering Revenant's tyrannic lord and freezing their entire castle. Give her the nickname of the Ice Witch. He does not understand why the highest ranking magician hiding in the library. He thanks God for not meeting her before. That will make the situation even worse. He asks her for a book to learn the basic and the foundation of mana. She found him one and then left him by himself. While he was reading, he realized he could not understand anything in the book. He decided to use his divine eye. He instantly learned and understand the whole book. What a monstrous ability. He finished and goes home. On the way home, he is surprised to see Rey's mother and how she looked exactly like his mother, who died for cancer. When he was still a kid, he used his divine eye on her. Finding out her name is Soso, he sat down with his mother and then apologized for being heartless and treating her badly. All she did was lowered her head and listened. He told her he is grown up now. Soso gets up and tells him she has work to do. Behind the door, she started crying from joy. Her only son called her mother. Today, Reyes asked if he can prepare card and bind tea from the Chaplain Mountain so they can have tea every day. At this hour, she agreed. Tarot and Veon tea is not commonly consumed tea. Reyes chose it because it can cure the Azura dot he found in her body. Luckily, she only has one die Reyes in order to buy in the highest quality of virgin chocolates. 1 hour later, she brings him the chocolates. Then he started to eat. While eating, he realized there is a common ingredient used in both chocolates and candy, but does not know what it is. Reyes called Hampton in order to bring the baker who made the chocolate. 30 minutes later, the baker comes in, absolutely terrifying from the young man and his twisted character. Reyes asked the baker about the ingredients of the chocolate. The baker answered with a cracked voice and said that the recipe is sugar 1000 euro per power and corn strap. Upon hearing this, Reyes figured out that the 1000 year is the one causes his mana to increase. So he now only needs to eat a 1000 years herd. Reyes ate a lot of 1000 years herd and increase his mana capacity. 3 days later, a hidden page appears in the book he brings from the library, telling him to find out 77th book of the great sage Alberto. So now he needs to go to the library, but he does not want to interact with Ivan. Meanwhile, Hera was keeping an eye on him, not knowing what was on his mind. After arriving at the library, he returned the book to Evan. She was surprised by how he was able to read the whole book so fast. Reyes asked her about the 77th book of the great sage. She said they have the book in this library, but it is more complex for a child. Reyes says he would just want to read the book. Ivan started to smell something strange. She bends down to Reyes, sniffing him, making Reyes frozen in place. He described what he is feeling. It was like a predator is sniffing its prey. Ivan says he smells lovely, Reyes, and pulls out a chocolate from his pocket. It was the chocolate that smells nice. He gives her the bar and she accepts it. Reyes wonders why she acts weird and interested in him. Reyes told her she can visit him. She wants in his heart. He wonders if she will really come at home. Reyes studies the book and training. While he is running, Ivan shows up and freaks out Hampton and Era by suddenly appearing behind them without any noise. Era gives Ivan chocolate and says the young master ordered her to give her chocolate whenever she comes to visit. Ivan accepts it, making Era questioning her relationship with the young master. Reyes finally mastered easy mana cultivation, but suddenly his body collapsed and fell down. His heart was beating so fast and his mana was overflowing. If he does not take back control of his mana, his heart will be soon explode. If you want part 2, destroy the like button and subscribe so you don't miss it.